7 years after the release of Ironman mode and 5 years after the release of Hardcore Ironman, Jagex has finally released a new permanent game mode, Group Ironman. The rules are simple. 2 to 5 players form a group and they're allowed to trade each other and only do certain activities within the group. You can still raid with other players, but this comes at the cost of losing your individual or even your group's prestige title. For those looking for an even more difficult challenge, there is Hardcore Group Ironman. This is an update I've been waiting years for, and today begins the adventure with Alfie, Alkan, and DVS. If you want to keep up to date on our group's progress, be sure to subscribe and also check out their perspectives, linked in the description. Group Ironman is finally here. I've been waiting so long for this. I'm so excited. One big mistake for this first video is that I actually ended up having my copyright music saved while recording, so I'm not able to remove that for this first video. So this is just gonna be me talking over while you guys get some clips of our first day, our first 8-ish hours, because I'm gonna be live again. Actually, I'm gonna be live all day probably. If you're watching this when it's live, go check out the Twitch. Me, Alfie, DVS, and Alkan should all be streaming, or at least a couple of us will be. So if you want to check that out, links are below. And I just cannot believe it's here finally. Our plan, if you guys want to know my game plan, so there's this little spell book called the Arceus spellbook, or Arceus spellbook, and there's this little spell on it which is called, I actually forgot the name of it, one second here, little spell called Offering. There's the demonic offering and the sinister offering. That spell happens to require wrath runes, so I'm going to be getting Dragon Slayer 2 complete, as well as the rune crafting level, which is 95, to make wrath runes. And this will give us enough wrath runes for both, well, for all 4 of us to get 99 prayer while just doing Slayer. And it's gonna be really good. It's one of the most important things, I think, for us as hardcore Ironmen, because we can't go into the wildy to use our bones. And it also just saves so much time in the long run if we can all get prayer this way, and save our Slayer for later. So we can get to like 85-ish Slayer, and then by that point we would want to wait until we have the wrath runes. So I'm going to do this month up until Leagues is work on getting 77 rune crafting so that I can do blood runes while playing Leagues. And then we're also going to be working on getting quests so we can try to get as close as we can, if not get Dragon Slayer 2 completed. Because after I get that done, then like the super crazy content starts. So right now the rush is to get quests done, to get some stats up so I can quest, and get the early grinds out of the way. We want to get Firemaking up, probably not getting 99 right away, but maybe in the high 80s. And then we're going to be doing some training of various skills while also trying to get as many quests as we can. And we need to get 200 quest points as well for Dragon Slayer 2. So the idea is to just rush that. And then if you want to know what my other teammates are doing, Alfie, to start the group hardcore, is doing Hunter. So he's got to do some questing to get, either Herblore or crafting, so he can do 3-tick Hunter. And then he wants to get 83 at least for glories. And I believe he's going to hunt chins, and I'm going to use those chins to get my ranged up so that I can do the Galvic fight easier. And then Devious is doing a Wintertod rush into a thieving rush. He's basically going straight into just the skilling portion of maxing. And then Alkan is also doing Firemaking, and I think he might be going Firemaking into potentially Slayer or potentially some other content. I'm not exactly sure what Alkan's planning, but we're all basically doing some pretty efficient early game stuff to help each other. And I know this video won't be like that crazy for the clips because it's obviously first day, but we've got some very, very exciting plans forward. And I have a lot of varied content I need to do. And the good thing about me getting rune crafting out of the way, hopefully probably doing either the library or lava runes or ZMI, is that once I'm 77, I can spend, all of Leagues doing blood runes. It gives me the opportunity to basically get all that XP, hopefully, while just playing Leagues. So you guys don't just have to watch 3 videos of, hey guys, I'm 80 rune crafting. Hey guys, I'm 85 rune crafting. It'll all just be out of the way while I'm playing Leagues, and you'll get the Leagues content. Another thing that we found out is that apparently hardcore Ironmen are always prestiged. There is no such thing as a prestiged, or sorry, a hardcore Ironman that's not prestiged. So this means that you can't scout raids for your hardcores, meaning you can't use a main account to scout it. It means that you don't even have the opportunity to enter a theater of blood with another group or another person. There's a lot you can't do. You can't even try to do because of the hardcore status. So you'll always keep prestige. And if you guys don't know what prestige is, it's basically the fact, like being able to show that you were always part of that team and that you hadn't done content with other people. And it doesn't let you do that with other people. So we are hardcore group Ironman, which means we have 4 lives. We're trying to not die, not lose those lives. And we're trying to keep prestige and stay within the same team. Now, if you don't really care about prestige, then you could choose to not be a hardcore group and you can actually just do stuff with other people. I do think that the prestige and the hardcore aspect of it adds a lot. And you can also be prestige and not be hardcore. It's just the second that you actually start doing some sort of content, I believe it's currently Nightmare, Raids 1 and 2, both Tob and Chambers, that you lose that prestige. There is probably some other content as well. I think if you end up killing a boss and somebody else did some damage, you might lose it there. Although I'm not too sure exactly how it works. But it's finally here, man. Group Ironman is something that people have been asking for a very, very, very long time. And people have mixed opinions on it. I know not everybody loves it. But it's something that I personally just can find so much fun in. Just the idea of, we're doing 4 different things right now, right? Alfie is going and getting Hunter. I'm going to be planning for the long-term training of DS2 and Wrath Runes so that we can actually get Prayer together. Devious is probably going to supply us with a bunch of Renar's seeds and then cash as well from skilling so that we're able to, buy stuff. It just adds a new layer or a new element to the grind of a new account. And I love that so much. Plus, it's also the first permanent high scores that we've had added in about 5 years. So that adds so much to it as well. The fact that there wasn't a high scores before and now there is like a new one and people get to compete in that. And I like the way they did it too. If you guys don't know, the high scores, the team high scores, I believe it was off of contributed XP or something along those lines. And then it also goes off of skill total. So it's like skill total. And then when you go to the individual ones, you could see how much each person has contributed XP wise. And then you can also drop down menu to see their individual stats. It's a really cool new menu they've added for how you look at the high scores. And I think that a lot of people might be competing in that. So that aspect is cool. I love that. And I wanted to get this video out today, day 1, so that you guys can kind of get, that hype from the release and get excited with me, get to know that I am going to be grinding this and looking forward to it. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for all the content that people are going to be putting out? Because I personally am too. There's like 5 different groups that are all content creators that I want to watch all of them. And there's definitely not enough hours in the day for that. But I hope you guys are excited for our group. Alkan, DVS, Alfie, and then myself. I think we're going to be putting out some pretty crazy videos, and it's going to be very, very fun, and streams as well. Make sure you check out the streams. And one last thing before I end this video off is the fire making method you're seeing me do is probably the best method to get 50, but it's a little risky because you'll want to have HP up to at least 14 because the scavengers in raids can hit a 13. And then you'll also want to have a anti-poison when you're running up to the shamans, or not shamans, sorry, the lizardmen for the first time. It's not my method, but Alfie mentioned it, and we decided this would probably be the best way for us to get 50 fire making. So we went and did it. Me, Alkan, and DVS, while Alfie is over doing Hunter, and it went pretty smoothly. Okay, so now my audio is finally fixed. Next video, we'll have a lot more clips of me actually live talking, but I am going to be streaming a lot of this, especially the first week. So go check out my Twitch. I am live right now if you're watching this video the day it's posted. And I just got 50 fire making, so we'll probably be at Winter Todd. Maybe doing some other stuff too. I need to get Heroes Quest done for the Glories. So we'll also be doing some stuff for that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day.